In the world's oceans, there has existed several monsters that could end your life before you even realize what happened. One of them was the biggest whale monster that ever lived, the megalodon. But today, we are going to talk about another monster. This one ruled the seas during the late Cretaceous period. It was a giant lizard monster that terrorized all the sea creatures. Its name was Mosasaurus. If you want to learn more about this beast, stay with us until the end of the video. But first, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos about incredible creatures from the past. And let's dive into today's topic. Section 1. What was Mosasaurus? Mosasaurus was a large marine reptile that lived in what is now the Atlantic Ocean during the Cretaceous period. It was an aquatic monster that spent its entire life in the ocean. It was a type of mosasaur, a group of marine reptiles that were related to lizards and snakes. Mosasaurs were a diverse group of animals that inhabited the world's oceans during the Cretaceous and Paleogene periods. They ranged in size from small, eel-like creatures to enormous beasts over 50 feet long. However, none of them could match the sheer size of Mosasaurus. The remains of Mosasaurus have been discovered at numerous locations throughout the world, including North America, Europe, Africa, and Asia. It is thought that these creatures preferred warmer waters and that their fossils can be found in locations that were once tropical or subtropical. In the United States, the state of Mississippi is where most of the fossil evidence of Mosasaurus has been discovered. As a result, the creature was named after the state. When it comes to finding fossils, scientists are always excited because they never know what they may turn up. Imagine if someone stumbled upon a dinosaur skeleton in their backyard while gardening. That is precisely what occurred when a geologist named J.S.H. Vance discovered a massive vertebra while walking along the banks of the Tombigbee River. He returned to the site the next day to continue his search. He didn't just find one more vertebra, but a total of 11. When he sent the specimens to the Academy of Natural Sciences of Philadelphia, it was determined that they belonged to a previously unknown species of mosasaur. In 1869, the creature was given the scientific name Mosasaurus hoffmanni. Section 2. Anatomy of a sea monster. Mosasaurus was indeed a sea monster with its huge size and powerful jaws. It had an estimated length of around 55 feet, which is equivalent to the size of a school bus. Its maximum length, however, may have reached up to 60 feet. It weighed over 10 tons, making it heavier than a T-Rex. Because of its enormous size, the Mosasaurus is often referred to as the king of the dinosaurs. However, it should be noted that Mosasaurus was not a dinosaur. Despite being called the king of the dinosaurs, it was a marine reptile, as previously stated. It had a paddle tail to assist it in swimming swiftly through the water with grace and ease. The Mosasaurus had tiny arms, but they were useful since it used them to stabilize itself when it was hunting prey or attacking other creatures in the water. Its forelimbs were also handy for dragging prey back to the surface once it had captured it at great depths. It had a pair of strong jaws filled with sharp teeth, which it used to tear flesh. These teeth were not only useful for killing prey, but also for crushing bones. It had a total of 64 teeth, each of which had a nerve connection and might sense chemicals in the blood of its victims, making it easier for it to find their scent. Its jaws were so strong that it could easily crush a human skull like an eggshell. With a bite force of approximately 37,000 pounds per square inch, this creature is believed to have been capable of swallowing a full-grown human in a single gulp. Section 3. Diet and hunting strategy. Mosasaurus was an apex predator, which means it was at the top of the food chain in its environment. It had no natural predators and was free to hunt whatever it chose. Sharks, turtles, and fish were among its favorite meals. It was an active hunter who ambushed his prey. It would occasionally surface to breathe and then submerge itself back into the water, ready to strike at any moment. It could go without eating for lengthy periods of time before needing to feed again. It could fast for months thanks to its sluggish metabolism. When it did choose to hunt, though, nothing was safe. The Mosasaurus was able to swallow prey whole due to its enormous throat. It had such a large stomach that it could consume 1,000-pound prey. It could kill many animals in a single day, consuming hundreds of thousands of prey items in a year. Section 4. Behavior and reproduction. Even though Mosasaurus was an apex predator, it was frequently targeted by other aquatic creatures. Fossil evidence suggests that sharks often attacked mosasaurs, particularly around their fins and tails. As a result, mosasaurs evolved to become more powerful swimmers, enabling them to flee from shark attacks. Some believe that the reason why Mosasaurus was frequently attacked was due to its slow swimming speed. However, this is debatable since the Mosasaurus was anatomically built for swimming at high speeds. Thus, we cannot definitively conclude that it was a sluggish swimmer. Another theory is that sharks felt threatened by the Mosasaurus and thus attacked it. During the Cretaceous period, there was only one dominant species of Mosasaurus. As a result, it is difficult to say whether different species of Mosasaurus coexisted or competed for resources. It is possible that the dominance of Mosasaurus resulted in competition between various species, but this is pure conjecture. Mosasaurus, like other reptiles, was cold-blooded, meaning it relied on external sources such as the sun to regulate its body temperature. To keep warm, it would bask on the ocean surface and in sunny climates. Mosasaurus preferred to prowl at dawn and dusk. This behavior allowed it to conserve energy during the hottest and coldest parts of the day. Mosasaurus gave birth to live young, unlike most reptiles which lay eggs. This reproductive strategy allowed the species to reproduce successfully in both fresh and salt water. Females would give birth to up to 10 young at a time after a gestation period of roughly 1 year. The offspring of Mosasaurus grew rapidly, reaching sexual maturity in about 6 years. Mosasaurus is considered to have played an important role in the ecosystem by keeping the populations of its prey under control. It was also a significant food source for other predators such as sharks, whales, and other marine reptiles. Section 5. The reign and extinction. Mosasaurus first appeared in the fossil record in the early Maastrichtian stage of the late Cretaceous period, around 72 million years ago. It went extinct around 66 million years ago, possibly as a result of the asteroid impact that caused the mass extinction at the end of the Cretaceous period. During the Cretaceous period, mosasaurs flourished. They developed from small mosasaurs that lived in brackish or salty coastal lakes and gradually became larger, culminating in the emergence of Mosasaurus. Mosasaurus grew to be one of the largest and most powerful predators in the ocean. At the end of the Cretaceous period, Mosasaurus was most likely wiped out by an asteroid impact. An asteroid or comet struck the Earth, causing tsunamis, earthquakes, and volcanic activity. Following the impact, there was a chilly winter with a lot of snow. Plants began to die off as a result of this. Herbivorous animals perished as a result of the lack of vegetation. Carnivores were forced to migrate in search of food for themselves and their families. This resulted in a massive extinction event in which Mosasaurus and 75% of all species on Earth vanished. Mosasaurus is thought to have been around for only 2 million years before becoming extinct. This is a relatively short period of time in comparison to the age of the Earth, which is 4.5 billion years. Section 6. Mosasaurus in pop culture. Mosasaurus has appeared in several films and television shows over the years, usually as a terrifying monster. For example, in the 1979 film The Deep, a group of friends encounters a Mosasaurus while scuba diving. Mosasaurus is depicted as a vicious man-eater in the film, attacking and killing anybody who gets too close. Mosasaurus was also featured in the 2016 film The Shallows, starring Blake Lively. In the film, the Mosasaurus is shown as a massive, powerful creature that stalks Lively as character while she is stranded on a rock off the coast of Mexico. Despite its reputation as a deadly monster, Mosasaurus has also been portrayed as a majestic, awe-inspiring creature in some works of art. For example, in the 2016 documentary series Dinosaur 13, a Mosasaurus skeleton is featured as one of the most impressive fossils ever discovered. In the series, the Mosasaurus is shown as a magnificent, awe-inspiring creature that was once at the top of its food chain. Overall, Mosasaurus has been depicted in a variety of ways in popular culture, ranging from a ferocious monster to a majestic, awe-inspiring animal. Conclusion: Mosasaurus was indeed a sea monster that roamed the Earth's oceans during the late Cretaceous period. It was a massive marine reptile that preyed on other creatures. It was an apecies predator with no natural enemies except for sharks, which frequently attacked it. Mosasaurus was distinguished from other mosasaurs by its tremendous size, powerful jaws, and short arms. It was also unique in that it gave birth to live young rather than laying eggs. Mosasaurus is believed to have gone extinct around 66 million years ago as a result of the asteroid impact that ended the Cretaceous period. Mosasaurus has been portrayed as a deadly monster in a number of films and television shows. In some works of art, however, it has been portrayed as a majestic, awe-inspiring creature. What do you think of the Mosasaurus? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos about amazing creatures from the past. Thanks for watching.